Welcome back to Farmer Simulator 22. Is it Farmer? Farming.
Welcome back.
Uh-oh. I got echo. Well, let's fix that. All right, well, we're back. And I've got, again, I did the same thing I did last week. I worked for a couple of days trying to get to a point where I can actually make some money on this map. And so I ended up making a couple hundred by doing contracts and such. And also I did buy one more field and I put in some supplies here. Dustin! How's Dustin doing? John's in the house. Hey, John. Hey, John, I need to find a way to send you the link to the OneDrive. Have you got like an email address or something? I don't know. Were you on Discord? I couldn't find you on my Discord. After the live stream, I went to look and couldn't find you. Are you using a different name on Discord if you're on Discord? 12:15, Andy? All right, no problem. Tim's in the house. Hey, Tim. Tim's playing FS19 on the old family farm. Dustin's on 22. Good on you, Dustin. Rank 29 is in the house. Hey, Rank. How you doing today? Tina. I got your message, Tina. I didn't respond to it. I'm sorry. I should have. But I thought I would see you today, so I didn't respond. The other field that I bought is 13 over here. It wasn't too expensive. But I still haven't had enough money to buy any equipment because think about it. Even that tractor that I drive is almost $500,000. And these fields are only a couple $100,000. So it's more appropriate for me to buy fields so I can make money than it is to buy equipment. So I'm still leasing equipment. Now these things, these tankers here, these silos, they're pretty cheap. They're only about $7,000 each. So all I had to do was a couple of jobs and I had enough to buy those. And I found out what this is. This is a well. That's what this is. It's a water well. And I found out that it was because if you go down here to construction and let's see, tools or containers. Let's look at containers. Yeah, under containers, we've got this water tank, we've got that water tank, we've got a hydrant. Then we have this right here, which is a water well. And it's free water to the farm. So there you go. So that's what that was. Rank says he's enjoying the buildable feedlot pen mod, or pen mod. Yeah, if you're on my Discord, John, I couldn't find John Forch on there. Last week you were sick. Are you better? Okay, well, we're here to do some harvesting, and I need to get started on that. And we'll take a look at the fields. Let me get some equipment going here. I'm still leasing. I don't have enough money to buy equipment, so again, for those that are new, if there is anybody here new, this is a gameplay of no money, no farm fields, no farmland, and what else? On hard. So I don't have any equipment, no fields, and no money. And so at this point, I've earned enough to buy a number of fields, but I still don't have enough money to buy equipment. So I'm still leasing. So let's go up here and lease a combine. Oh, did he? Poor Jesse. Is he okay? All right, let's see. I should have enough money to do a couple of these. Let's wheels, that's fine. We're just going to lease. I'm going to lease a couple of these. And then we need some headers for canola. All right, now let's get these things going. You haven't moved yet? Well, are you going to get moved before winter hits? Okay, I'm going to bring this guy up here and set him for a minute. I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last live stream. How do I earn money on this one? Well, I started out with absolutely nothing, as I said. And the way you make money is you have to do jobs. These other farmers hire you. So, for example, this guy is active. Oh, shoot. I need to do that. I left off with those. All right, let me do those. So this guy's going to pay me $23,000 to do field 12, but it's in sugar beets. I was going to cancel these, and I forgot. So let's cancel those. I forgot I still had them. But that's how you make money, and you have to borrow the equipment to do the work. All right, well, I'm going to wait on that one. Let's get this guy going. Baling sorghum. I know some farmers that I watch that grow some sorghum to feed their dairy cows. He's in the 4th grade now, huh? Does he like school? Okay, so I need to do a headland here on at least 2 sides so that I can turn around without hitting those trees right there. Hey, Aiden. How you doing, buddy? Threshing Milo, huh? So I'm going to be saying this a few times in the live stream, but I won't be here Thursday. My sister-in-law's graveside service is on Friday, and it's about a 10 to 12 hour drive for us to get there, just one way. So we're going to be driving all day Thursday, and then we're going to have the service, and then we have to drive back on Saturday. So I won't be here on Thursday to do a live stream. Welcome back, Andy. So Aiden loves school. That's good. Addie's getting to the point where she doesn't want to go. She's being a little poop. Let's welcome Andy back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that one's going to do his job, and I'm going to run. We've got trees all along this edge here, so I'm going to take care of this so that we can have room to turn around. It'll save us a lot of time in the long run. If you haven't had internet, how do you survive? Can you imagine what, we're so used to internet and cell phones now that people can't live without them. We lived many years without a telephone. Tim, I don't know, probably after I finish this. I need to start making some money on this farm. All right, let's go and get this one too, I guess. Got to work around these trees. Actually, I could probably go in this direction. Hopefully I'll be able to make a little money this time. Maybe I'll be able to buy some equipment. Farmer Groot's in the house. Hey, Groot. we got telephone poles on this side. Yeah, it looks like Jeremy's got a full tank. And I don't have a trailer, so I need to pick up a trailer. Let's see, now this one. These two are for trucks. I don't have a truck. So let's see, that one. That's one of my mods. It's not as big as that one, but I'm going to try it because that one, if you remember when I tried to load it, the rear end of the trailer keeps moving on me. I'm going to try this one this time and see what it's like. Let's see, wheels, license plate. All right, there's no special here. This is one of my mods. I pulled it out of the game, but I'm just going to lease it. And then grab our tractor here. Well, you can make money on it. To me, it all depends on. Straw becomes a pain in the ass after you have made a lot of money. If you're still struggling in a map that you need every dime you can get, then I would mess with straw personally. But me, it takes a lot of time to windrow and collect and bale or whatever you're going to do with straw, and it doesn't pay that much. So in the early stages of a map, yeah, I do all the straw, but later on when I've made a lot of money, I kind of give up the straw because it's not really worth my time. Because in the time that it takes to do the straw, I could be harvesting, or I could be selling animals. I could be doing a lot of different stuff in the amount of time it takes to pick up all that straw. So that's a personal thing for me. Yeah, I sell it in the early stages, but I gotta wait for this to get full here, because otherwise this tractor's gonna be in the way of the next pass. Jesse says hi. Hey, Jesse. I'm doing okay, Farmer Groot. I'm doing okay. Get ready for a whole lot of tiresome traveling. And it kind of scares me a little bit. I used to enjoy driving a lot. You know, we'd go for drives all the time on the weekends and, you know, explore the countryside. There's so many crazy people on the road anymore, it scares the hell out of me to drive anywhere. And in this case, I'm going to have my whole dang family with me because we're going for, you know, it's, I guess you'd call it a funeral. It's going to be the graveside. Unfortunately, the relatives decided to do a separate graveside, and they want to do like a memorial. And they didn't do them at the same time. They're going to have the graveside, and then later in October they're going to have the memorial. And it like I said, it's 10 to 12 hour drive one way. I don't know if we can make both of them. And so we need to choose which one we can go to. Well, most of my family almost all of the family can make this trip that we're going to do on this weekend, the tail end of this week. But a lot of us won't be able to make the October one, so we chose to do this one as the one of the two that we can get to. Well, Tim, it depends on how often you're going to use them. If you're somebody that does a lot of baling, I mean, because you can bale a lot of stuff. You can bale grass, you can bale straw. You can do a lot of crops you can bale. So if you're somebody that likes to do or intends to do a lot of baling, then you might as well buy the equipment. I don't. So it doesn't behoove me to do it. All right, while that guy's working, we'll go sell some of this. I need to make some money. I was hoping that in this live stream might be the breaking points where I can start buying some equipment, but we'll see. Oh, while we're waiting on this, I was going to show you flight mode on. Set this to 2. Okay, so this is the land that I've managed to buy up to this point. I started off with that little piece right there. Field number 1, and that was after doing 3 or 4 live streams where all I did was custom work. And then this is my biggest field to date. That one's not too far behind. I did buy this one, and then this one was a grass field right down here, this little funny shaped one, and it'll probably be turned into grass again once I start needing grass. And then I bought 6, and then 7, and the last 2, I had this one in the last live stream, and I did this one the other day when I was trying to make a little bit more money and buy new land. So I do have a number of fields here, but they're not terribly large. All right, we started off with a couple $100,000 in the bank. Let's see what we get for this. All right, so 2 tanks, 2 combine full. We're gonna make. Why? This thing unloads slowly. Oh yeah, Tina, yeah, she passed a week or so ago. Carol spent a month with her this time. This is Carol's only sibling. There were just the 2 of them growing up, and Carol's dad died in his 40s. Her mom died after that, so this was her last immediate family, except for our family, of course. So if you remember a while back, like I don't know, was it last fall or early spring? Maybe it was early spring, I can't remember, but if you remember, Carol was gone for about a month back then. That's what she was doing. She was spending time with her sister. And then she came home again. And then Carol was supposed to go back again in September, like right now. after Labor Day. But her sister, they called and said, you know, at the end of June that she wasn't doing very well because she was on dialysis. And Carol decided, okay, well, I'm going to go, and I'm not going to wait till September. And as it turns out, in July, Carol's stepdad passed away, and he lives in the same town that her sister does, the town Carol grew up in. And he had given us, after he passed, some things, Carol and I got a beautiful grandfather clock that's probably worth about $5,000 or $6,000. And Carol got a number of things, including some big furniture. So I had to rent a U-Haul to go get that stuff. And so Carol decided that she would spend some time with her sister while I was doing that. And she ended up staying a whole month and was actually there. I think her sister died the Saturday before Labor Day. I don't know, Tim. Silage to me has always been a way to get rid of the grass that I had. Grass is more valuable than straw. And I generally do a lot of grass because I usually have a lot of animals, because the sheep eat grass, the cows eat grass, the cows eat silage, and if they don't eat silage, you need silage to make mixed rations. So yeah, to me, silage is worth doing. In 2017, silage was a way to make money. Scorpion and I used to do silage all the time and make a killing on it in Farm Sim 17. Or maybe it was 15, I don't remember, but I think it was 17. So anyway, to me, silage pays you more money than grass does. So if you've got a lot of grass because you've got animals, you might as well turn it into silage to sell it, because it makes more money that way. And, you know, grass is kind of a side product, so. All right, where are we? Corn silage? I don't know. I'm not playing. I haven't played a map for a long time that had any corn products on it. You ought to be able to make whiskey out of corn. Squeezins, you know. Yeah, I mentioned last week in the live streams. Carol's sister was a tough girl. She got taken into the intensive care. Carol, it was early in the morning, and Carol was up, and Carol went to the bathroom, and her sister was in a recliner. And when Carol came out of the bathroom, her sister had slid out of the chair and onto the floor. And so they ended up taking her to Spokane, the nearest large town, which is about a 3-hour drive away. But she was pretty tough. They came in and told her that her heart was just going to give up on her, and that she may only have hours, days, but probably hours left. And immediately, Carol's sister said, well, okay, can I have sausage gravy and hash browns and eggs can I have a last meal? She wanted a big breakfast. And then she sat there while people were visiting with her and planned out her own funeral and her life story that she wanted told at her memorial. She sat and wrote her own obituary while she was waiting. I mean, I can't imagine being told that I only had hours left. I would be so terrified and distraught. Well, let's see. We're back up to 330. I still, after this, I still don't have enough money to buy a tractor. Even look at. You guys know how much they cost. That tractor I'm driving, which I'm leasing, obviously, because I don't have any money. Well, it's not too bad. It's $300,000, but that's without any options. And of course, I get the bigger engine. So, I would get the bigger engine, put some GPS on there. I like wide tires. So that's what we're looking at. Well, plus a I want it to be Dunkel orange. I don't think so. JCB color. But look, that's up to 330. 335. That's a lot of money just for a tractor. Even combine's going to be over $500,000. I haven't even bought a house yet. Hey, Surge is working today. I haven't seen Surge for a while. Surge and Scorpion, 2 people we miss, are working. Man, his combines are loud. Yeah, Andy, that's the case, though. like I was saying, roughly 15 years ago, she had some heart problems, and they told her at that time, that they didn't come out and say, "Look, you've got months to live," but they told her that she was having problems, and they did open heart surgery, and they put a pig valve in her heart, and those things last anywhere between 10 and 15 years, and so she knew that after that, she may not have a chance at survival. So she's had 15 years to get used to the fact that this was going to happen. Now, unfortunately, a few years ago, she got terribly sick and had to go on dialysis, which meant that she probably wouldn't survive another heart surgery. So from that point, and that was 2-3 years ago, from that point, she knew that she didn't, her time was I'm trying to think of a delicate way to say it, but you know what I mean, that she only had so much time left. So she's known, and that probably is, uh-oh, let me get that combine emptied over there. Tina said she was missing in action. Yeah, Andy, we still talked about Tina. Not in a bad way. We've got some slight hills in some of these fields. I like that. I was hoping to at least make $500,000. I think I probably will. I started off with a couple hundred. That means we've made not very much. Not very much. Playing on hard sucks, man. I forgot to ask if the sound and video was okay today. I talked to Scorpion after the live stream last week. About 5 minutes after the stream was over, we got on Discord. I did a private call to him. And we talked for, 45 minutes, an hour, something like that. Put him into dinner time, so he had to go. But he mentioned that my microphone was all messed up. He said that my voice sounded real deep and real slow. It's done that before. Usually when Microsoft changes the megahertz on me. But I'm hoping it sounds okay now. By the way, the store here is in the position that the pig farm was. I didn't plan on putting a pig farm back in here. There was a pig pen right here. And over across the street was a shed. Right there where the two circles are on the ground, there was some silos. And then way on the right up there was a house, and to the left was another set of sheds. So I'll be building this farm up again eventually, if I ever make any money. Man, I can't wait till soup du jour. I'm so dying of thirst. Yeah, you need to do this, Tina. This is hard. This is farming. This is farming. No money, absolutely $0. No land. I didn't have one piece of land. I didn't even own my farm. I had to buy this property. All the buildings are gone, so I had no money, no land, and absolutely no equipment. And I started that way. And it was on hard. Now, people get confused about what hard is. The two major things about hard is your yields are low. You don't make a lot of yield on the land. There's three things. The yields are low. Actually, the yields being low is part of the second thing. The yields are low. Everything that you buy costs more money. Everything you sell, you get less for, including crops. So not only are your yields low, you don't get a lot of money for the crops. And then, of course, you've got no land and no money. And then playing on hard as well, and no equipment. And the equipment's very expensive. I mean, think about what I'm doing right here, this harvest. Look at all the land I've got. If I was to use a harvester that I could actually afford, there would only be one. I wouldn't have two. I've got two leased here. I'd have to get this little one, and that's what I had to do when I started. I had to get this little one right here. And the header's only, 4 feet wide? It took forever, and it didn't hold a lot of grain. It took me an hour to do the smallest field I had. So yeah, this playing on hard, this survival is tough. You just can't make any money. Actually, there's not much grain in here. Let me just pull this thing back in. I'm gonna do a little cleanup. I need every little bit of grain I can get. What map? I can't remember. This is a Canadian map. It's in the description. It's Bloomfield, Canada. Bloomfield, Canada. I did, Tim, but I started off with equipment. I had equipment, and I had a piece of land, and I had money. Spank that tree, Andy. wonder if Lori's out fishing again. Andy's over on Twitch spending all his grain over there. We've had a few fires around here, not locally, but we got the smoke from a bunch of fires. There was a big fire up in Washington State, and then Lower Oregon had some big fires, and we got a bunch of smoke from those fires. Oh my God, the last couple days. There's a server problem? I don't know. I'm getting the chat. Lori's in the house. Hi, Lori. I was just talking about Lori and she shows up. I wonder if she's lurking. Where's Craig today? I should say Craig's always lurking. I think Andy went over to Twitch and he took the chat with him. This little patch is kind of weird. I'm going to leave it the way it is because it's going to probably take it back to grass, because that field next to me is a grass patch. Otherwise, I'd just incorporate it into this one, but I'll just leave it as grass. Come on, soup du jour. I'm dying here. Oh, you missed the exclamation point, Tina. Redeem starts with an exclamation point. There you go. Andy's favorite. Andy's a tree hugger. Barbecue. Barbarossa. Well, I'm going to make $500,000, but I actually started off with about 160,000, I think. Before I actually, I think I started off with a couple 100,000 before I leased this equipment. Okay, I'm gonna start yawning now. Yeah, I told you I talked to Scorpion. Scorpion said he's basically hasn't been watching anything on YouTube. He's just been busy and spending time with the family, and hasn't actually been watching anything. He says that I think like Christopher is in the ninth grade. Addie's in the 8th grade, but that's because of her birth date. Addie should have been in the ninth grade, but they wouldn't let her start school until she was old enough, and her birthday is September 7th. And they start school like a couple of days before that. So because of just a couple of days, she had to wait another year before she could actually start school back in the 1st grade. And so she's always been a year behind everybody else because of that. That seemed a little ridiculous to me, but I guess laws are laws. But anyway, Scorpion's son Christopher is in 2 different schools. In the morning he goes to a regular school, and in the afternoon he goes to a technical school. Like right now, I think in the technical school, I think Scorpion told me he's doing Spanish 2 and 3, and then he'll then kind of move into maybe computers, or he can move into like mechanical things, different kinds of curriculum. But he's going to 2 different schools, so he's got to be transferred or transported between the 2 schools all the time. Now that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. It looks like that trailer not only tips, it also lifts itself up off of the wheels. I think. I didn't notice that. It sure looked like that's what it was doing. Your grandpa, did you know your grandpa? That might sound like a funny question, but not really, because some families, the parents might live on the West Coast and the grandparents on the East Coast, and kids didn't necessarily grow up with their grandparents. As for me, my grandparents were gone by the time I was born. I think I explained it before. My dad was the baby of the family. Not only was he the youngest, he was the youngest by 15 years. So by the time he started a family, his parents were gone. Nine years old, huh? Yeah, Addie turned 14 this year. Well, we're going to double team this next one, and then that'll be it for this harvest. And then I don't know what to do. I'm debating. I'm doing okay with leasing equipment, so I'm thinking that I just keep buying land. No. Jagan's 2 years younger than Addie. Now you guys need to know, you probably most already do, Addie and Jagan are my grandkids. But I pretty much raised them along with their mother. Fathers haven't really been in the picture, off and on, but not to any extent. So I've pretty much been a father figure to the two kids. But it's always complicated when I'm talking about my kids. To me, they're my kids. It doesn't matter whether they're my kids, my grandkids, or my great-grandkids. Not that I have any of those, but... Yeah, I'm having fun just driving in circles here. Hey, guess what time it is? It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Is it? What am I doing today? Am I doing dew? Am I doing pepper? Am I doing 7-Up? I drink a lot of 7-Up because 7-Up, I drink the diet, of course, but it has no caffeine. So mostly if I drink soda, yeah, I drink 7-Up. And
oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, I'm covering up somebody's last call. Yeah, I can't drink that. No beer for me. Cheers, Lori. So I mostly drink 7-Up if I drink soda, and if you listen to me, you'd think that I drink, a case of pop a day. I don't. But the majority of the soda I do drink is probably 7-Up because there's no calories, they say, and no sugar and no caffeine. That's why I drink 7-Up. Plus, I like it. That's why I don't get to drink Mountain Dew but like once a week, and that's why I do a lot of the dew, because I just don't. It's my excuse. I was drinking too much of it because it's got caffeine in it, and Carol said I'm going to stop buying it. And I said, well, I'm not drinking that much. And so I said, how about if I only drink a Mountain Dew when I'm on a live stream? And she said, okay. You know, a Mountain Dew once or twice a week isn't going to kill me. Well, it might, but you never know. So today's soup du jour is going to be pop the top. We're going to do. We're going to do. And oh my gosh, so cold and refreshing. What? Alcoholic dew in America? You're insulin resistant? That's not good. Yeah, see, the thing about type 2 diabetics is your body still makes insulin. It just doesn't know how to use it anymore. And it comes and goes. I have days where my body uses insulin okay, and other days that it doesn't. And I'm not even talking days. It's like, you know, maybe today for a couple hours my body might use its insulin, and then it doesn't the rest of the week. When you say that they make alcoholic Mountain Dew, are you talking about like having like vodka in it? Or, I mean, you don't mix Mountain Dew and beer, I wouldn't think. Uh-oh, I forgot to take cat down. Catmandu. See, the problem with that is the screen that I'm playing my game on, I can't see any of that stuff. So the screen I'm using my doing the game on, I don't see when you guys spend money. I don't see the cats and the Mountain Dew and any of that. I don't see any of that on my screen. So I have to look at another screen to see that stuff. And so sometimes when I've got something running, I forget it. It's like being on a noisy road and hitting your turn signal and then forgetting that your turn signal is on because you can't hear the bing bong, you know, of the tick tock of the turn signal. You can't hear that because it's too noisy. Well, I've got $500,000 now, but in the scheme of things, that's not very much. Well, we're going to finish this up. Oh, Mountain Dew's my alcohol, huh? Well, about as close as I'm going to get. You know how I'm always talking about farmers and how hard they work and everything. You know, we know John was a hard worker, and these guys that come in that are actual farmers. And there's a farm family that I watch. They've got 3 boys and a girl, and the girl and 2 of the boys are all out of school now, and the youngest boy is the same age as Addie. And it's amazing how much hard work these people do. They've got a pretty good sized dairy farm. They've got land that they farm to feed the animals, that they grow sorghum and corn and things that they make silage and mixed rations out of. So they're farming, they're dairy farmers, they're crop farmers. The wife is constantly cooking to keep the family going. They cook every meal, and plus she's also out working with the men. So the boys, the oldest boy has a job that he comes home and then farms after he's done working. The daughter just got out of beauty school this last year, and she works on the farm also. On top of everything else, this woman homeschools them. She's homeschooled all of them. And I just can't imagine what hard workers these people are. It's just unbelievable. And not only does she homeschool them in the things that she has to teach them, for them to graduate high school, she's also teaching them auto mechanics and things. She showed the curriculum she was doing with the youngest boy that's the only one left to homeschool. And she pulled up a book on small engine repair and just all kinds of stuff. I mean, this kid's 14 years old, and in the last 2 years, they've shown videos of him rebuilding engines on lawnmowers and 4-wheel drives, or those little 4-wheeler things. My kid's 14 and can't even tie her own shoes. What a lifestyle, Just hard-working people. All right, so let's get rid of all this stuff. We need to unleash everything. So let's unleash the headers. Combines are gone. I don't think I need the trailer. Lost my cursor though. We'll keep the tractor just for the moment. All right. We'll keep the tractor for a moment. We got $600,000. So I made about $500,000 on that. And I probably... Let's look at property, because that's where... Jeez. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have all of this corner right here. Do I move down or do I move over? I'm thinking over because I still don't have a lot of money. I mean, if we look at farmland, that piece right there. What? Why does 7 have a 0 value? What? Okay, something's goofy here. Hang on. I'm going to save this game. Let's save this because I don't understand what's going on. That might be the bargain of the century. I'm going to save the game. I almost quit. I don't want to quit. Okay, I'm going to save the game. We have... farmland, field 7. It says the value is nothing, We have $612. Let me buy this and see if it takes my $612 down. Oh my God, I got the bargain of the century. Sweet. All right. Now, let me see what we got here. 12 is 282 and 11 is only 69. I could actually buy 12 and 11 and leaving these for the time being up here. 12 is pretty good size. It's just long and lean. And then I could start moving this way. 14 is 425. I could probably buy 14. I could probably buy 14 and still have enough money to keep farming. Let me think about this. Let me look at 18. 18's 200, 425. That's a big field. That's why it's so much money. But I could do two. Yeah, that'd be. I don't have enough to do both of those because that's almost 3 there, and that's almost 3 there. That's my 600. So I can't do those two, but I could certainly do that one. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this one. Maybe. Too late. I just done it. I just dumped it. Let's see if it's got crops on it, though, because I already gave my equipment back. Is this it? This is it, and it's got sunflowers on it. Okay. Now, that's not that bad because I didn't have a corn header. I was going to have to buy a corn header anyway. So, now Tim wanted me to do a John Deere. I don't like John Deere, but I might do, well, no, I might not because I don't have a John Deere mod. I didn't put a John Deere mod in the game because I don't generally do John Deere. So I'm not going to do a John Deere today. I'll get one of mine. I have actually done a couple mods myself on John Deere combines, and I'll bring one of those in. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to the standard here, and we'll release this. And then I'm going to need a corn header. So let's, this one is 9 meters. The Capella is 12. This Capella is 9. All right, I'm going to do this one right here. And let's go get our combine going. Oh, I didn't realize that was a foldable one. Good. Hey, Victoria. Hi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Victoria's in the house. So, how's Victoria? What's life like in your neck of the woods today? Have I had anybody else new come in today, Andy? I can't remember. Because everybody that comes in gets a free tractor from me, right? So, Victoria, you get a free tractor today. It's the only one I can afford to give away. Now, hopefully this is going to work okay. I don't think I've used this header before. Wow, that took me down to 158,000. I still need to lease a planter. So I may have to do a couple of jobs. Well, I still should have enough to buy seed and fertilizers. I should be okay. Seed and fertilizer is pretty expensive, though. Hey, Bent's in the house. Hey, Bent, how are ya? All right, let's open these tanks up. See if we can sneak in here. Get a little liquid fertilizer without hitting the tanker. All right, move up and get some seeds. And I think I'm probably just going to do soybeans again. Or maybe I should do some, I don't know. Let me think about it. All right, let me look at something here. We're going to look at some prices. Playing on hard, I don't get real good prices, so let's look at what do we get for sorghum? Sorghum versus soybeans. Okay. Soybeans get more money. Sorghum is going down in price. So we got canola. Canola's doing okay. We get a good price for canola on my farm. So I'm doing well, we should probably, hey, let me think about this. Soybeans and canola. 945 corn. Soybeans. Well, we should rotate crops, right? Maybe I'll do beans again. Well, Victoria's new. She just came in today. Bent, he's been on for quite a while. He just hasn't been. I mean, we've had Bent around for quite a while. Okay, watch this. I like the mechanics of this. I love these mechanics. I love it. Oh, I wonder why, Andy. That's a good question. I might have to look into that. Why the prices are better on a mod that I created. That's kind of unusual. In actuality, the easiest way to do that is a percentage. So all I really did was I just told it to up the percentage 1 or 2 points for everything in the store. That's the easiest way to do it, if you're lazy like me. Okay, hang on. I'm going to need to turn the GPS on and grab the cedar, and then let's reset it and turn it on. Is it working? I guess so. Jesse's going to school for computer science. That's good. Have you got a local school to go to? We don't want him traveling away from home. Give myself some turning around room here. Now I'm going to have to get myself a trailer again. And I've only got one tractor. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, Tina. That's how I did it. And, you know, back in our day, we were able to work our way through college, which I did. I worked all summer long, and I had weekend jobs. And we paid for our own books, our own classes. Whoop, stop that. You used to be able to do that. I mean, we struggled a little bit to eat, but, you know, that's when I found the best job I could get in the summertime. So, fortunately, you know, there were some things that I could do that I had the skills for, and was able to make enough money to pay for my own schooling. But that's the best way to do it. Go to a junior college, get your first 2 years out of the way, and then go to a university to finish out. And that's, pretty much any job, because especially nowadays, the high schools are teaching so little that a lot of kids that come out of high school, they haven't had enough school to go directly into college. They have to take remedial classes. And so the first 2 years of college, you're learning all the stuff you should have learned in high school. Might as well go to a junior college. There's a lot of remedial education in the first 2 years. Things are a little bit different in computer science than when I was in school. That's what my degree was in. They called it data processing back then because we were programming. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong key. But it was all mathematics back then. We didn't have monitors and keyboards, and we had keyboards, but they weren't what you think. We programmed a computer using punch cards. So the keyboard was hooked to a key punch machine, and you actually wrote the code, and it punched holes in a card, and then you would sort all these cards and enter them into the computer using a card sorter, and it would enter each card one at a time and put these codes together. And then you had a printer was your monitor. The results of your program would be printed out on paper. Woohoo! You guys are awful quiet today. Yeah, I know. It's got to happen sometime, Andy. One of these days, you guys just won't hear from me anymore. And everybody will wonder what happened to Rudy. Man, I kind of messed up on that one. Been rainy. We had just a little bit of rain the last couple days, which is a good thing, at least for our area, because we've had some forest fires lately. No, never have. Tina, never have. Well, for two reasons. I don't see a point in it. I don't. Most of the time when I watch people that have their face on the camera, to me it's irritating because I want to see what they're doing in the game. I don't want to be looking at them. That's just me. The second thing is, to me, being on the camera is like, look at me, I'm special. I don't like the concept. I mean, I don't even like to watch my own videos, much less if I was on them. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the way I look. I've several of the people on here have pictures of me that I've played games with, and like Scorpion, he's got family pictures because we've been friends for a long time, online friends. I like the fall foliage. I miss having an area to live in that had all 4 seasons. In the Oregon, in the part that I live in, we're on the coast. We basically, our seasons are. Like I've said, if it's 70 degrees, that's a scorcher for us where I live. So think about that. That's not even summer. We have like fall and winter, and that's about it. And the winter's pretty mild. We only have a couple weeks out of the year that we may get a dusting of snow or weather below freezing. Maybe a week or 2 at the very most. So we basically have fall weather year round. Or spring, if you want to put it that way. All right, let's see. How am I going to do this one? All right, before I do this one, let me grab a trailer. I should have kept that trailer that I had leased. Is it that one? Because I'm going to need money from that field I just bought. If I play a game with him, what kind of game? What's he like to play? I don't have any servers anymore. I had a Minecraft server that I played, but everybody kind of bombed out on me. I was just... Mainly because I wasn't playing very often. And that's what happened with farming. I had 3 servers back in the day that I paid for every month, but nobody would play on them unless I was playing on them. Well, I was busy making videos. Back then I made 1 or 2 videos a day, and I was always recording, and people wouldn't come on unless I was on the server, and so I ended up paying for 3 servers that nobody was playing on. Do you like Minecraft? The only thing bad about Minecraft is they keep doing updates about once a month and it changes the game. You're playing Minecraft 14, now you're playing Minecraft 14.1, now you're playing Minecraft 14.2, then you're playing Minecraft 14.2.5. And every time you do, you have to change and make a new, well, you don't have to, but if you want to take advantage of some of the stuff they're changing, For example, they changed where the caverns were extra big, and there was a lot more stuff in the caverns. Well, if you were already playing a world, you'd have to restart the world so you could take advantage of the new caverns and stuff. It was a pain in the, behind. But does he play Bedrock, or does he play the other one? What's the heck's the other one? My mind just went like that. I had it on the tip of my tongue. PS4? Java. Does he play Java or Bedrock? And PS4, I'm not sure what that is. If it can be Java. He plays Java. Okay. You should have him go watch some of my videos. I've got Minecraft videos up on my webpage. Or my YouTube page. Sorry, my YouTube page. You think it's Bedrock? Yeah, it probably is. If it's on a console. But yeah, I don't play the Bedrock because I have much more mods and things on Java than you can get on Bedrock. Bedrock. At home with my kids, I have my own Minecraft server. I have Minecraft. One of my computers that I don't use is set up to run Minecraft, and then we just log into it locally with Wi-Fi. That way, I don't have to pay for a server just to play with the kids. Not that it's that expensive. I think the server only cost me $8 or $9 a month. It wasn't too bad. I still have it. I'm just not paying for it right now. Well, I got a little bit of money left. Grab that cedar and go back to work. Don't have a computer, huh? You can get pretty cheap computers that work pretty good. It depends on what kind of games you want to play, but I got mine from Woot. Now, Woot is a part of Amazon, and Woot is where they sell things that are refurbished. That kind of a thing. I don't have any problem with refurbished things. And the reason why, it all depends on where you buy them, of course. But if you've got something that still has the full warranty on it, then I don't have a problem with refurbished equipment. I've bought laptops and things that are refurbished. I've bought televisions and things that are refurbished. but they still have the full warranty on them. And here's my thinking on that. Let's say you buy a computer. You have no idea whether that computer's going to break down in 10 years or in 2 months. You don't know until you buy it. And so let's say somebody buys something from Amazon and it breaks down in a month. It's, for all intents and purposes, it's still a brand new computer. And they go through and fix the problem. So what that means is you've got a better computer than if you bought it off the shelf at a department store, because if you buy a department store computer, you don't know if it's any good. But since you've bought one that's refurbished, they already know what the problem was and have fixed it. So you shouldn't have to worry about that problem anymore. And as long as there's a full warranty on it, what's the problem? A lot of times people buy something and they just decide, I wish I'd have bought that other model, so I'm going to turn this one in and get that other model. So why not take advantage of that, get a cheaper computer? I bought a computer for Carol. It was only a couple $100. It was a laptop. We used it for a whole lot of stuff, including gaming. And it only cost me a couple $100. It was cheaper than a console. And it was a pretty darn good computer, but I got it cheaper because it was a refurbished one, and people are afraid to buy one that's refurbished. I'm not. I wouldn't buy anything that didn't have a warranty on it, but I won't buy extended warranties. To me, that's a waste of my money, but yeah, a lot of them are returns. Some of them are even demos in stores. They're demos. People are touching them every day just to check them out, and they're still a brand new computer. I mean, it's not like somebody sit there and played 500 hours of Minecraft on that computer. It's just sitting on a shelf so people can see, how good the monitor is, or what the keyboard feels like. And a lot of those demo computers they send in and have them completely refurbished. They go through them, they fix anything, they clean them up, and you can get some darn good prices on them because they can't sell them as new anymore. Yeah, of all the things that I've bought refurbished, I don't think I've had problems with any of it. Now, my son did. He spent $1,200 on a gaming laptop, and about 4 months later, it wouldn't start. It wouldn't run. In just a couple of months, after spending $1,200 on it. And it was kind of a tragic thing because he bought insurance on it. He did buy extra insurance on it. But when he mailed it back, he sent it UPS, and UPS dropped it and broke the computer was broken when it got to the place that was going to fix it on warranty. And they said, basically, It was broke when we got here, so you're going to have to pay to have it fixed before we can repair the problem. Well, how much is that going to be? Well, $800. And Jeff said, no. I bought insurance on it with UPS, I think it was. And UPS came back and said, we're not going to pay the insurance. And Jeff said, why? And they said, because it wasn't packaged right. We went right back into UPS and said, we did not package it. You did. And we paid for insurance. If it's broken, it's because you didn't pack it right. And so they finally, they had to call in an adjuster, and the adjuster said, why is this even a question? This was our problem. And they paid for insurance. You're just trying to cheat them. Their own people said that, basically. So anyway, he got it fixed, but the whole point was he bought a brand new computer that had a problem with it. But now that it's fixed, he probably will not have that problem ever again because it's fixed. Yeah, it's called Woot, Tina. It's part of Amazon. That's where Amazon sells all their things that either, like they sell everything. They sell clothes, they sell equipment, computers, electronics, anything that Amazon sells, they sell on Woot. But it's things like, let's say summer's over and there's a bunch of stuff that didn't sell, like let's say ice chests, that they sell them on Woot for a special price. They have sales all the time. They have a daily sale on there of something every day, and some of the prices are really good. Some of them are like 70% off, and and then, of course, they sell all the returns and demos and refurbished products on there. And generally, all of them have the full warranty on them. Or if they don't, I don't buy them. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Yeah, a lot of the stuff they sell is brand spanking new. It just might be something that didn't sell well, and they want to reduce the price on it and get rid of it. Like I said, let's say they had a bunch of lawnmowers for the year and they couldn't sell lawnmowers for some reason. They had to get rid of that stuff because for two reasons. One, it cost them money to store something like that. When they're storing something that didn't sell, that means they can't store stuff that is selling. Plus, who's going to buy a lawnmower for full price next year because it didn't sell this year? If I'm going to go buy a lawnmower and it's full price, I want this year's model. I don't want last year's model. If you tell me we can give you last year's model for $300 less, oh well, that's a different story. If it's the same lawnmower, it's just a 1922 instead of or 21 instead of a 22, that's a different story. But You got a 3D printer, huh? Can you make me a 3D printable hamburger? I'm hungry. Or a taco, maybe. What are you 3D? What are you 3D printing? Action figures? No, you can't do a hamburger. Oh, that's too bad. I don't think I'd want to eat it anyway, but that's okay. There's a guy that comes onto my Discord all the time that he's from Europe and he's going to school doing 3D graphics and stuff, and they have 3D printers that they're actually making food with. They're creating food with a 3D printer. You know, right now they can actually recreate human organs. It's not perfected yet. Every organ except for the brain. But one day, they may be able to take your own DNA and make you a new heart with it. And your body won't reject it because it's your own DNA. Wouldn't that be marvelous? But like I say, they can't do the brain yet. Besides, if I was going to get a new brain, I'd want a better one. Make me smarter. Hot Wheels Garage, there you go. Uh-oh, I think I'm going to take a sign out. Nope, I missed it. What am I doing here? Let's clean this area up right here. Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? You need a new heart that could make you one with your own DNA. That would be amazing. And I don't know. It seems like the article I read is that they're pretty close to being able to do. They can actually do it, but it's not perfected yet. I don't know. Sounds amazing to me. All right, let's see. Let's reset this. No sense wasting seed and fertilizer. I was watching some show yesterday, and they're talking about, and it's speculation, it's craziness, but maybe it's not. I don't know. They were talking about UFOs and things like that, and they were talking about this particular thing that they actually believe that we have encountered aliens over the years, and that we have learned a lot of our technology from them. And their proof is the amount of technology that we've gained in such a short period of time. Let's just say over the last 60 years. the amount of technology that's changed so rapidly that they believe it's because we've captured aliens and we're able to backward engineer some of the stuff that we've found, the technology, or we've gained technology from them, that they've given us technology and stuff. Now, in some respects, I can see where they might think something like that, because look at me. Look at my age, all the things that have changed in just the amount of years that I've lived. It's amazing, some of the things that have changed in those amount of years. When I was a kid, we didn't have color TVs. As a matter of fact, we didn't even have a black and white TV till I was in junior high. We didn't get a telephone until I was in junior high. Well, no, we had one before that. We got a telephone when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I guess. But it was a party line, which meant that everybody on the block was on the same line, telephone line. So you didn't dial a number, you picked up the receiver, and you would hear your neighbors talking on the phone. And you'd have to wait your turn. You'd have to wait till nobody was on the phone, and then you could ask the operator to hook you up with somebody else. And look at some of the things that have changed over the years are amazing. And so these people were thinking that, well, it must have been alien technology that helped us get that smart that quickly. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Aiden's giving me a taco. I love tacos. Thank you, Aiden. John's back. Hey, John, you're back just in time. All right, it's about time for me to go, but I do have an announcement. I made it earlier. I'll make it again now. On Friday is Carol's sister's memorial. Carol's sister that passed away last week, or within the last couple of weeks, and it's a 10 to 12 hour drive for us one way. We're going to be driving Thursday because the memorial is on Friday. And so I won't be able to do a live stream the rest of the week. I'll be gone. I won't be home till weekend sometime. So I'll catch you guys next week. I am so glad that you could stop by and spend some time with me. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Ta-ta for now.